Hey there! Welcome back to another special live commentary. This time around, I'm going to be doing a live commentary on Beverly Hills Cop 2, which is, in my opinion, a really fun, really underrated sequel. I do not agree that it's just some shallow vanity project like a lot of critics felt it was at the time. And before I really get going, of course, I'm going to allow people to join in and say hello to everybody in the chat. But I want to give a shout out to Ryan for requesting this commentary. And if there is another commentary, film, TV show, or topic that you would like to see me discuss in the future, feel free to donate to either my PayPal, my Patreon, or my Cash App. The links are in the video description of my latest review and pretty much all of my videos, unless they're not a paid request. Um, you might hear a fan here in the background, and there's a legitimate reason for that. My AC is still broken, so I have to have this fan on that's like right here, because otherwise it gets a little too hot. I know the heat is back on for Beverly Hills Cop 2, but that doesn't mean that I have to feel the heat. So yeah, hey there, RJ. Yes, it is a really good sequel. Hey there, Jonathan. Um, that's cool. It's awesome we got to see it in theater. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard he passed away. I think he was pretty young too. Like it wasn't really that old. So, uh, hey there, Don. Favorite film in the franchise? Mine is still the first, but it's still a fun watch for sure. Hey there, Dante. Nah, I'm not getting that Nintendo Switch 2. I don't even have the Switch to begin with. I don't even have a modern console. I'm just gonna be honest. The only console that I have is an older 360 and like original Xbox. Other than that, I'm emulating a lot of stuff with like a PlayStation 2 emulator or SNES and NES Genesis emulators and stuff like that. I don't really have a modern console. Um, so yeah, can't really say I'm excited about those games because I don't really know that much about them, and I'm not really keeping up on those games that much. All right, cool. We'll be watching the film on Paramount Plus. Awesome. Hey there, Jeremy. Yes, another underrated sequel is definitely Predator 2. And speaking of Predator, I didn't mind the trailer for the latest animated movie that's coming out or does already come out on Hulu. But there's one story in particular that kind of irks me that I've been hearing about. But I'll just have to say that I'll save my thoughts for that whenever I do actually watch it, because I actually did get a request to watch the new Predator film. So that should hopefully maybe be fun. Yeah, I see that, Jonathan. It's gonna be a bit. I got another commentary I got to do on Mutant Mayhem with Matt and Fabio that I got to set up sometime. So it'll be a bit for that one. Yeah, I know they're making a live action Legend of Zelda, and I think it was delayed to May of 2027 from what I was reading. Oh, that's cool, Jordan. I am not a big fan of The Lost World. I actually like Jurassic Park 3 more, but that's just me personally. So, just to let you know, like if for whatever reason my energy level might get a little low throughout this stream, or I might not have a whole lot to say, it's probably because of just how hot it is in here. It's like 87 degrees outside. It was in the high 90s the past couple days, and without any AC, like that can get a pretty taxing, to say the least. Oh, I have some water. I have some water in my water bottle right here, and I still have some Mel Yellow. It's just how my body reacts to heat in general. I just get really tired. But I'm gonna push through it, and hopefully, Beverly Hills Cop 2 will definitely help. I'm pretty sure it will, because it's a really fun movie. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning with my parents recently, and I liked it. I wouldn't say that I loved it. I do think it's got some issues, but I don't think it's as bad as some people are making out to be. It's a lot better than the previous film in the series. And no, I don't agree that it's the worst. Like, this is not on the same level of bad as Mission Impossible 2. And in all honesty, as much as people love Ghost Protocol, I kind of lean more towards this one than that one as well. I don't know when that's gonna come out. I'm surprised it hasn't really been on the fast track for Nintendo after the success of the Mario movie. I'm surprised they're taking so long, to be honest, to get that one done and to get that one out in theaters. Um, Maybe, hopefully, next year, possibly that would be a good time, but I don't know. I really have no idea. I mean, you would really think that they wanna jump on that, 'cause, look at what, the Minecraft movie made in the box office, for instance. Hey there, Junebug. Just gonna move this camera down for a little bit. So you're gonna see the microphone. There's really no way for me to, like, I could push it further away, but then I don't know if you'd be able to hear me as well. That's a little bit better. Um, hope Princess Daisy's gonna be in it. Uh I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be in it. I don't know if she's gonna be in it, and I don't know who's gonna voice her. I mean, judging by trends, I mean, they would definitely get some good buzz if they if they cast Sydney Sweeney to voice Princess Daisy. Definitely would get some extra eyes, so to speak, on the movie. Uh, hey there, Mr. Alex. Yeah, I heard about that. The Kino Lorber, they just made a deal with Warner Brothers, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping that means that they're going to be doing a Never-Ending Story 4K, because I'm not paying hundreds of dollars to imprint films for their release of that film. I just refuse to do so. I'm also not going to wait in a queue to secure, well, actually, to enter their site in order to take part in a sale or pre-order some massively expensive special limited edition of the Keep. Uh, and the reason why I'm mentioning that is because that's what Imprint actually did recently. They set things up where you had to wait in a queue, a digital queue, in order to enter their website during one of their sales. Time Runner, that film, I think I saw that once on Sci-Fi Channel, and it was pretty boring. I hope so too. I mean, I'm not really what you would consider to be somebody who is a diehard fan of Zelda. I haven't played that much Zelda. I think I played a little bit of the games on the Nintendo consoles, but I think the last one I played a little bit of might have been Ocarina of Time, to be perfectly honest. So I'm really far behind the times, so to speak, when it comes to Zelda. But it could be a fun movie if it's done right. There's a lot of good songs that I like from that soundtrack. I like the soundtrack for the first film more, but I do like Shakedown by Bob Seger. And I also do like a song called Hold On by Ketta Bill, which is featured in the Playboy Mansion scene, but was never actually featured on the actual soundtrack. They had somebody do a cover of it. The original artist was not featured in the actual soundtrack, which I felt was really, really weird. No, I haven't seen those yet. They're on a list along with a bunch of other stuff. I'm still trying to knock out The Sopranos, to be perfectly honest, and that's coming soon. I'm almost done with the first half of the last season, so I got that coming. I got season 1 of Breaking Bad also on the way, and The Simpsons, well, not season 1 of The Simpsons, but a season of The Simpsons, and as well as a season of, South Park. Yeah, it does. It has a kick-ass soundtrack. I don't know how true it was, an article that Eddie Murphy was considered for Godzilla, the film that ultimately starred Matthew Broderick. I mean, I could see why Eddie was still considered to be pretty decent star around the time of that movie's release, so I could kind of see that. E.G. Daily is not ringing a bell for me, Jordan. I'm sorry. No, I didn't really like Blank. Blank to me is a film that's well shot and well directed, but I really didn't care for it. Yeah, that's another one I got on the list to do a review for later because I did watch that. It's one of the other films that I watched when I was recuperating from the sinus infection like a little bit ago. Uh, on the topic of Blink, I think I have a review of it on the channel. If I don't, then maybe it was something I had to delete due to copyright. Um, all right, so I'm gonna get the movie set up here, and we'll get started pretty soon. As usual, I'm gonna do the countdown, and then when I say press play, you press play, and then everything will hopefully be synced up on your end. All right. So I got it all set up here, and 3, 2, 1, pressing play. So we have the Paramount logo here. Initially, Paramount apparently wanted to make a TV show starring Eddie Murphy as a follow-up to Beverly Hills Cop. Wild. I don't understand why they wanted to do that. Eddie was like, I do not want to go back to doing television. So if we're doing another Beverly Hills Cop, it's gonna be a movie. And that's where we get Beverly Hills Cop 2. There were other scripts that were kind of thrown around that honestly were significantly lesser quality than the script that they ultimately went with. There's Brigitte, the big bitch herself, and you got this great score in the background by I think it was Faltermeyer again. I think I've always loved this score and this entire intro, to be honest. And of course, you got Tony Scott's direction here. He's hot off of Top Gun, which was Paramount's biggest hit of '86. Yeah, the score is awesome. It is a great it's a great opening sequence. Tony Scott's direction is a big part of what makes it work, as well as the score by Faltermeyer. The editing too is excellent. Tone-wise, it is a drastic difference from the opening of the first film, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Okay, it's a little more serious here, okay? Things are getting a little more real. But the film still doesn't forget what franchise it's a part of despite this opening. Because then we cut to this equally as cool scene here with Axel, getting ready to go deep, deep, deep undercover with Bob Seger's Shakedown. Think about what run it through. Been there, let law. Someone's faster on the draw. When why you hide, I'm coming after you. Down, break down, take down. Everybody walks into the crowded line. Break down, take down. You're busted. And there's that laugh, like, it's just, how could you not feel immediately cheered up just seeing Eddie just laugh like that, and then get into this sick ass car too, man. He's got to get more Flash money though. Still doesn't have enough. Yep, great song. I think it's a Ferrari. I think that's what that it is. I'm not really a car guy, but that's a nice car though. Walks into the crowded line, break down, take down, you're busted. Now, the film is written by Larry Ferguson and Warren Scarron. Prior to writing this script, he wrote Highlander. So you got the writer of Highlander who is writing co-writing the script for this. She could suck a golf ball through 20 feet of garden hose. The bitch ain't happy. I love that. I'm moving constantly. Because I'm business. I gotta move all the time. You're messing with the titty woman over here. 3 hours. Killer shot here by Tony. Like, no offense to Martin Brest, he did a good job with the first film, but Tony Scott is just on another level when it comes to his style, his flair, and just his command of a camera. Like it's not really an instance of did a bad job. It's just Tony Scott is just insanely good. The wide shots here, the lighting, like the way that he frames his shots, the angles, just impeccable, incredible. He's such a massive loss, if you ask me, when it comes to the realm of directors. Yes, it is a great intro to his character. Slap Taggart at his bald ass head for me. This is another sequel where you get all of the players, all of the most memorable, beloved characters, side characters having an appearance in this. I also like how Axel utilizes Paul Reiser's character in this film. So the writers did a good job with that. Give him something to do. You should check out Axel F sometime, Austin. It's actually pretty decent film for what it is. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop 3 does not look good. And it's by John Landis, who is a capable director, but I he was just not the right choice for that. And I don't think he was really that passionate about it either. He's still a dick. 3 years later, and those two still have that amazing chemistry. Yeah, it was a huge hit. One of the biggest hits of 1987. I also think the script did a good job having like an actually compelling and interesting mystery with the alphabet crimes. Yeah, I definitely missed John Ashton. May he rest in peace. Yep. he's I don't know if I would say he's worse, but he's close for sure. They do a good job writing this guy as a guy you want to smack in the face. So you have an extra antagonist here, other than just Jurgen Prochnow and Brigitte Nielsen. That's what makes when he gets his comeuppance and just desserts at the end of this so much more rewarding. Yeah, it was a good year. You also had films like Inner Space that came out in '87 and Monster Squad. Hi there, Brody. Oh, he's getting tailed by Brigitte in a wig. This isn't going to end well. You know what's funny is this came out the same year as RoboCop. So you have Ronnie Cox playing Bogomil, the complete opposite of Dick Jones in the same year. I like that they gun him down in broad daylight. Like he's just getting just there he is just dying while he's getting hit by the sprinklers. Just shows these villains like they're cold. They don't really give a shit. They'll do anything in order to get their money and get what they want. They're vicious. And I also appreciate the fact that they could have done the whole thing where he dies, but they don't do that. Like he's he makes it out okay in the end, but has a rough go at it for a bit because got shot twice, point blank. Like, yeah, at least he survives. Yeah, it was Michael Felcher. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what Slippy's problem is with that film. I mean, with this film, I don't get it. I don't understand his argument at all. Called it sexist and misogynistic. Yeah, I saw that. Group Show 2 is getting a in a 4K. I don't I Jordan, I've never seen Thomas the Tank Engine, so I can't really say anything about that. Yeah, and I love that. I love that they brought a part of the score from this and used it in XLF. He was a good villain. Nah, I'm not gonna go that far. It's a bad movie, but nah, nailed him, and then set him up too. On top of that, uh, I love this too. I love how they connect it to the first movie. The same guy for the cigarette truck. That's great. Eddie's eyes just bulged it for a second there when he recognizes the guy. Like, oh shit. And there's pork over there. And then here we go. Now we got the XLF score there. Oh, that's a little bit of foreshadowing there. Paul Reiser reading a Playboy magazine because there's going to be a scene later on at the Playboy Mansion. Hey there, Bobby. Yeah, you know who the villains are, but the crime is a mystery. Exactly. Hey there, Acres of Movies. Yeah, T3 is not great either. Talk to the hand. Let me just gives him something to do here. No one. She was great in this. Perfect casting for the role that she played in this film. I love this scene. Where the fuck you been, Foley? Flash money. Hey there, Will Ferrell. Not lit. No, this is a bullshit. Matt dick itch. Deep. Going deep, 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 deep undercover. I'll have a dog meat ass. I ain't gonna shit. You said I was gonna shit in the car. I ain't shit in the car. uh, I'm gonna eat, sleep, and drink in the car. Shit in the car. I'm not gonna shit in the car. And this is where you see Eddie wearing that iconic Lions jacket. This is the first time you saw him wearing that. Looks great in it. I'm not even a Lions fan, and part of me is honestly always wanted that jacket. Yeah, give him a watch sometime. I think you'll get some enjoyment out of some of them. It's a good way for Axel to form a stronger bond with Bogomil. You know, getting revenge, or solving the case, and a better way for him to return to Beverly Hills that actually makes thematic sense. Better me. See, there's a good example there, like of how how different this is compared to some of the more modern comedies. They go for the gross out gag there. They would show the two dogs humping, like and go and actually focus on that. But instead, it's like, oh, they one mounts the other, and then it cuts away, and you just see more shots of Beverly Hills and hot babes and stuff like that. It's like you get the gist, you get the idea of why that's supposed to be humorous, but it doesn't overdo it. This is such a ridiculous thing that he does here, but it's honestly rather clever. And it's typical Axel, man. Just using his mouth to find a way to get an entire mansion to himself. Put the bucket down. Can you stop working, please? Not supposed to be any right angles. What do you? They got the money and they want to live in a donut. Then let them live inside of a donut. So funny. And whoever gave you this, an asshole. The totally just a prime example of Eddie at his best, just able to just think on the fly, improv, and just create something out of nothing in a hilarious way. It's Miller time. That shit eating grin. God, you gotta love it. I think it's a Pointer Sisters, right? Here's Lutz. Klutz over here. Johnny Wishbone. Lutz. Yeah, he's totally he's a pretty big prick in this. Wishbone. There's one in there. Kibbles and bits, but better. One thing I really love about the sequel is that the three of them, they're together for the majority of the film for the most part. The Fog is a classic. The remake is a piece of shit. Rosewood definitely seems like the kind of guy who would be taking vitamins every day. You want my vitamins? You want all my vitamins? This bit is hilarious. Little quiet, sneaky ones. Uh. Monique and Unique. $10? Dude, 10, $2 of pigtails. Uh, Same way Bootsy got killed. His only found was $20 and a pair of Adidas. And then he like fakes a sneeze here. So good. Oh, he almost got fucked up. Shoe money for my daughters. You do me a favor? Could you take a break from cheering me up? Charles Bronson is a close friend of the family. And that's a big bitch. He's not wrong. I think Brigitte Nielsen would even admit that she's a she's a big bitch. That's Dean Stockwell. Back when he was trying to work a mustache for some reason. Got Jürgen Prochnow. If you want to cast a villain who's intimidating as hell and genuinely cool, you can never go wrong with Jürgen Prochnow. I agree, Chaz. I think that Metro is the actual Beverly Hills Cop 3 for sure. It was a pretty good follow up. Kill him, burn him, blow him away. Always like that line. How long would it take to shave those legs? I like how the script combines elements of like the Zodiac killer and like uses it with the alphabet notes and stuff like that in a clever, intriguing way. They're everywhere. I love that bit by Eddie there. I really like Kevin Bacon's villain in Axel F, but I would probably say my favorite villain in the series is Dent. I like how this one also shows how smart Axel is. He's not just a funny guy who can go around and, talk his way out of a situation. Like he can actually do investigating. He can investigate things. He can pick up on clues. So it's nice to show an extra layer for Axel. And there's a little bit of that in the first film too. The coffee grounds and stuff like that. The Pointer Sisters live here. No, I haven't seen the Predator Killer of Killers yet. I do plan on watching that sometime. In the pool. Fuck you, steal a house. That is great. And look at the big titties. And looking at that pool, that looks so refreshing. And I wish I could get in that pool. I love how Axel doesn't even say anything. Rosewood just laughs his ass off, and then Axel just turns and walks away. See ya, Brody. Uh, enjoy the Arthur franchise. I didn't mind some of those movies, to be honest. Former President Gerald Ford. This is "I Want Your Sex" by George Michael. Some George Michael in the background there. It's not a bad song, but I always found it funny. George Michael was marketed as this big like sex symbol who was into all the hot ladies. In reality, he wasn't into that at all. Oh, sorry. It's YouTube. I apologize for, the ads. You said the Betty Ford Clinic. This is a love hate by Pebbles. Yeah, it is kind of eerie. It's just the everybody's just giving him a standing ovation. It's hilarious. I like that touch there where the matchbook is something that actually ties into them helping, figure things out. So it was placed there, in the hands of that guy earlier for a legit reason. It's just some random thing. It's quality of a good script. It doesn't get enough credit. Pink Flamingos, I've heard of it, but I've actually never seen it. Sorry about the ads, folks. I didn't know there was going to be so many ads in this. I guess YouTube is really up their advertisements that they place in my stream. Next time I do a stream, I'll try to either turn them off or have them like a little bit less or something. I don't know. I don't control that, by the way. That's something that YouTube does on their end. They're annoying, but they do help me in some ways. So, you know, but I'll definitely try to make it a a better live stream experience for you guys later. I just can't do anything about it right now. I love how Rosewood's apartment has like posters of Rambo and Cobra, and that's a really nice touch. Yeah, they kicked up a bit for sure. There's too many action films that I like a lot to say which one is my favorite, but Die Hard is really up there. The turtles have dicks. That Bill's pretty fucked up. Da, 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 da. I just love their chemistry, man. They're so much fun together, the three of them. Telephone. Where's your telephone? In the bedroom. In an alligator bed. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, D man. And like annoying pop-up that pops up when I'm trying to watch something nowadays that mentions something about an interruption because I'm using I sometimes use an ad blocker. You know, I'm not watching stuff from certain YouTubers that I want to support. Favorite Chow Yun Fat film? I mean, I'd probably say it'd be Hard Boiled. I don't know if that's something you can actually do, but I think it's pretty cool in terms of using the super glue and the acid to reveal the fingerprints. You can be such a pussy sometimes. Yeah, I heard about that. Hard boiled. Looking forward to that 4K. 'Cause the Blu-ray is not that great. I still need to see that one. Man of 1005 holds. Better tomorrow. I've heard some good things about it though. Man, that would have been cool. The two of them together in the film in the 80s. I mean the 90s. Either decade would have been cool. So I know there was like a deleted scene that involved the three of them. I think it's like an extended scene that I think is around this particular part of the film where they sneak in and go around all the lasers and everything. I can see why it was cut though. Like it doesn't really have the best timing. Yeah, the script really shows Axel being a lot more resourceful, not just using his mouth to figure stuff out, but actually using his wits, which I really like. None for you. I love that. Like, what the hell is that? It's mine for home protection. Billy, we gotta talk. That's nothing. Wait till you see his trunk. um, the effect, I think it would look fine because of the fact that you had Richard Edlund and everybody involved with the visual effects and the practical effects for that film. But I don't know. I honestly like what they did later on better, but it still would have looked fine in the end. Just would have been different. Hey there. Thank you, Chibi. Thanks for the super chat. Um, hey, I'm glad I could make it a more a more enjoyable experience for you because that's a rough watch for sure. But thanks for the super chat and Mutant Mayhem is coming. I just have to figure out what everybody's schedule is. Like what a dick, man! Like to give his aide crap because he didn't get tea instead of coffee. I didn't even ask him for tea. He's just like, just once a week, I'd like tea instead of coffee. Don't confuse me while I'm dialing. God, what a douche. This is fun. Have having a Paul Reiser act as if he's Sergeant Todd, Inspector Todd. Yeah, Friedman. This is not my office. Damn right it isn't. So how they do the robbery actually is a real robbery. I think that happened in California at one point. You know, where they used the tunnels and they drilled through the ceiling of the bank and then got in and then took all the money out. There's actually a unsolved mystery segment from the original Unsolved Mysteries that detailed all of that, and it's really something else. And it's still an unsolved crime to this day, if I remember correctly. Nobody was caught. Nobody was busted for it. Yeah, I've heard about I Love Maria. I actually have it. I have a Blu-ray of I Love Maria. It's under a different title, I think, but I have that. I just haven't seen it. I haven't watched it yet. It's a foreign release. I think it's a Japanese or a Hong Kong release. Definitely an Asian release from an Asian company. I think it's region locked. Trust me. Trust you. You drive worse than Maureen. You could definitely see the inspiration that Michael Bay had for Bad Boys and the robbery scenes in that with this robbery scene in particular. I mean, just the way that everybody is dressed, the way the robbery went down. Dirty Rosewood. What do you think about Clint Eastwood? Dirty Rosewood. Not yet. I know you requested that a while back though. Authorize. Speaking of armored cars, it seems like Eddie's gonna be in a action comedy starring him and what's his name from SNL? The fuck is his name? The guy looks goofy. Yeah, it's the pickup. Pete Davidson. Yeah, Pete Davidson is in it. I haven't seen it yet. It is a request though, so I will see that sometime. Yeah, I would have watched the hell out of that spinoff, man. This is such a great scene. I love it. And this is another good song as well from the soundtrack. Be There by the Pointer Sisters. It's the steering wheel working this thing. Rosewood is a madman, man. and it and they did all this for real too. Real stunts, real cars, no CGI. Such carnage. I love Rosewood's reaction there. Oh fuck. Sophie, you're using the force. Exactly. Who knew he was that crazy of a driver? Or that much of a gun nut, too. As you'll see later. There's Axel being a detective again. See, I don't understand why Eddie was like, "Oh, I need to be more serious at Beverly Hills Cop 3," as if he wasn't at points in this movie. Like the bi- the biggest, most standout aspect of Axel is that Axel is a guy who, he's smart, he's clever, he's a good detective, but he's also really charismatic and funny. I don't know. And here you have Chris Rock. I think this is his debut. I think this is his acting debut. On the pool cleaner. Somebody got drunk and shit in the pool. I mean, clean the shit up. Here you can really start to hear "Hold On" by Keta Bill in the background. Song is just everything that I love about 80s soundtracks. Just so much charm, so much personality, just the kind of song that just makes you want to dance and puts you in a good mood. Good beat too. The Corey Hart version is nowhere near as good. And man, that look at that guy just dancing, just having a ball. Follow your dick. Haven't begun to know you yet. That is such an Axel thing to say. There, Hugh Hefner. Who's the cops forming? Hey there, not JPEG. A little bit. Yeah, the trailer did remind me a little bit of that. I mean, okay, I'm okay with not seeing that ending because from what I've heard, it's not a good ending. I love that Max fucked it up for everybody. Now let's go home. Hold on. I mean, man, like I wish I could just have a day where I'm just, dancing like that without having a care in the world. Yeah, I heard about it. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed those. I that those were requests from a guy named Raddick, who, by the way, I'm if they're watching, I still got plenty more for you coming up. I still got some Steven Seagal stuff coming up pretty soon. The Sekai Tekai. What season is that from? Because if it's from season 6, I haven't seen season 6 yet. I love it. It's so great. He's putting him in his place. Texas Chainsaw Phantom of the Opera. Which Phantom of the Opera? The original with Lon Chaney or and which Texas Chainsaw? Um, honestly, I would recommend to newcomers to the horror genre the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre or original Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street. I think those would be some pretty good recommendations to start from. Or Creepshow. That's really where I started. I think Child's Play is a pretty good one too to start with. Yeah, I still need to see it. Not a bad start. Not a bad introduction. Another intro I could say is maybe something that's not like straight up horror, but has horror elements in it, like the Monster Squad. Here you got this scene with the late great Gilbert Gottfried, and apparently this was all improvised by Eddie and Gilbert. Like, was not in the script. None of this was in the script. I love that, bitch. Just hangs up the phone real quick. That is honestly one of the funniest moments in the movie, thanks to Gilbert Gottfried, and it was just totally improvised, not in the script. Yeah, there is a Child's Play from 1972. I have a Blu-ray of it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. $200 insane. Species 1, 2, 3, or 4. Um, the first one. That's the only one that I would say is really that good. I can't really think of one, to be honest. Uh, yeah. Creepshow's a great introduction. I have that comic too. The comic adaptation with art by Bernie Wrightson. To be honest, that's one that might be fun to do a live commentary on sometime. Creepshow. Favorite Clint Howard horror movie? I guess Ticks, because he's in it. I'm infested. It's Alice Adair who played that character, Jan Bogomil. She didn't really do a whole lot, but she's good in this. Can't say much about it. I haven't watched it yet, but I didn't mind the trailer. No, Ryan, never heard of that franchise before. I like how it all connects back to the oil fields too, that Bogomil was at earlier. And they have a racetrack sequence here. I wonder if the film All About the Benjamins, the writers of that were fans of Beverly Hills Cop too. That's a fun one too, by the way. An action comedy. All About the Benjamins. Underrated. I come in peace, and you go in pieces, asshole. Mm-hmm. Not really a big fan of that show, of Big Bang Theory, to be honest. Second Sight with a Bronson Pinchot, like once. I wasn't really a big fan of it, but I do have it on DVD though, because it's an interesting curiosity film because of the fact that Bronson Pinchot is a co-star, and I think he also co-starred with John Travolta in The Experts, which I've heard is not very good. I mean, all the Invisible Man has to do is get something silver and then sneak up on the Wolfman and take him out. Invisible Man wins. Yeah, I love this heist music, man. It's so good. And of course, coupled with the editing by Chris Levinson, Michael Tronick, and Billy Weber. Killer combo. Too late. Yeah, it just came out on 4K through Arrow Video. I wouldn't mind picking that up sometime. Yeah. Goodbye, Mr. Kane. There you go. The oil field. Cool. Yeah, I still need to watch it, but yeah, that's coming later this month for sure. What? Uh, maybe. I mean, it's hard to be worse than Critters Attack and what was the other? A New Bite? I think that's what it was called. That one with the stupid redhead fat kid who was half critter. Because the one fan film that was about one of the bounty hunters is actually pretty good that I saw. I see trucks. This is a really great shootout to round up this fun, entertaining action comedy. So he puts on the trench coat. He's got the two shotguns. It's like, what are you nuts? Jesus Christ, Billy. What the hell is this? Never gonna have too much firepower. And apparently this is based on an actual meeting with Bruckheimer, I think. Because he had like a trunk that was like full of guns. A kickboxer. The Graduate's a film I've seen like one time. I don't remember like loving it, but it is a film that I appreciate. There's a really great parody of a key scene in that in Wayne's World 2. You like rap music? Yo, baby, yo. Say ow. No, There are some good things in it. Like Christopher Lambert is not the problem. Sean Connery, there's I still have fun with him. Michael Ironside is chewing the scenery, but he's entertaining, and it's got some good action in it. And I really like the song "One Dream" by Lou Graham, but no, that hasn't aged very well, especially the theatrical cut. Hey there, Samuel. He just grabs the bazooka. I was like, I don't know if I want Rosewood handling a bazooka. Look at how he drives. Mhm. Hmm. To be honest, this shootout is every bit as good as some of Tony Scott's other great action sequences throughout his storied career as a director. I would say this is the best action scene in the entire franchise. Lily, what are you doing? Wow. There's this. Fuck Rambo. Yeah. Rest in peace, Tony. I think so, honestly. There was enough buzz about it when the trailer dropped. Like people were like, "Oh man, this looks good," and wish I could see this in the theater. I think it could have had potential to be a surprise, like sleeper hit, but Netflix doesn't do that. In typical Tony Scott fashion, there's some dubs. Can't help himself, but it's not very prominent in comparison to some of his other action films. Well, Tony Scott didn't do that as much. That was more of a John Woo thing. So maybe he saw some John Woo stuff like from around this time. It was like, oh, this is just the typical Tony Scott kind of thing in terms of the lighting and the overall style of the direction. Just slick. I like the music here too. It really does a good job setting the mood. Kind of creepy, really. Right in the head. And boom. Down goes Dent. I love how it's Taggart that gets his moment there. Women. Yeah, just because he says it at the end, that doesn't mean it's sexist. It's misogynistic. It's a joke. It's a one-liner. Some women are bitches. Let's be honest. And she was definitely one of them, and a big one. Absolutely, 100%. It's a Paramount film, and Top Gun was a massive hit for Paramount the year before. This is such a crowd pleasing moment here. You didn't personally solve shit, Lutz. Yeah, you shut up. I love that performance by Jed Reinhold there. Kiss my ass. Just love how Axel is just enjoying it, enjoying the chaos. You're fired. You're fired. Axel just being a troll. You're fired too. Get out of here. I'm gonna kick your ass later. I'm gonna roll your ass. So please. That's a different movie, Golden Child, but yeah, you are fired. Yeah, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You're getting more men like me every day. Next, next time we're gonna have afros and big dicks. My ass left already. It just hangs up on him. Going back to Detroit for some good old fashioned American street violence. It was your cable that brought her back. I love these 3 so much, man. uh, I find love. This is by James Ingram. It's a good song too. Yep. Yeah, that was a blast. That was so much fun to watch. Oh, there Tiny Lister was in this? I just recognized I just saw his name in the credits. I didn't even see him, man. It must have been like a blink and you miss a cameo. I like Axel F, but it's not on the same level as Beverly Hills Cop 2. I will admit that if you break the film down, there are some moments where it is recycling some things that were, hey, this was popular and this was good in the first film, so let's kind of do the same thing again. Some of the jokes, some of the riffs aren't always the funniest and kind of go on a bit long, but the direction by Tony Scott, the genuinely solid script despite some moments of, repetitiveness, and just the uh 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 three guys together, Taggart, Foley, and Rosewood for most of the film just really makes it into such a enjoyable, fun watch. Beverly Hills Cop 3, did I screw up and say Beverly Hills Cop 3 instead of 2? No, it's not. I don't know. If I did, I blame the heat. The heat is on in my brain because it's probably like 80 something degrees in my room right now. But no, Beverly Hills Cop 2. That's what I was talking about. Beverly Hills Cop 3, on the other hand, is a joke. Like Axel Fox. What? No. The color timer was Dick Ritchie. What a name, man. Dick Ritchie. Charlie Sexton, I think, is who did this song. Uh, I haven't seen the remake of The Stepfather in a long time, or part 3, so I can't really say much about it. I could see that. I mean, if we're just talking about just an pure enjoyment, like it's up there, man. It is such an enjoyable film to watch. Yeah, it would be cool if they would, but just like it would be cool to see the Dolomite movie that Eddie did get a physical media release as well. I'm gonna give the nod to the first, but this is still really enjoyable and very worthwhile. Very underrated sequel, if you ask me. Like I don't understand the bad reviews that critics gave this when it came out. I don't get it at all, really. Like the complaints about it being a vanity project for Eddie Murphy. It's like, oh, so Eddie Murphy, who is the star of this franchise, has a lot of scenes and gets to do a lot of cool things in it. That makes it a vanity project. How? Like, how does that make it a vanity project? It's not like it's shallow. It's not like he's just getting all this cool stuff and all these things to do, and they have no connection to the plot or anything that's happening in the movie. Um, Beverly Hills Cop 2 is not what I would consider to be a vanity project. Beverly Hills Cop 3, on the other hand, I would. Because that's the film where Eddie swung his dick around, so to speak, and got his way and made it so Axel was less of a wisecracker, less of a wise ass, and the movie sucked ass as a result. And it's not the only reason. I mean, there's plenty of other reasons. Uh Nobody's requested Beverly Hills Cop 3 or Axel F, but I'd do them in the future if somebody did. But for Beverly Hills Cop 3, I have to ask for double. Because that is gonna be that would be a rough watch. But anyway, I really probably am gonna end this stream pretty soon, because of the fact that I'm sweating my ass off right now in this hot room. The heat is on, and I'm not a fan. And I think I need to turn on another fan and cool down. But once again, shout out goes to Ryan for requesting this commentary. I hope you all enjoyed the commentary along with me and watching Beverly Hills Cop 2. And until the next commentary or the next stream, I will see you later. See ya.